Everyone, it's Marky Billson, host of Tri-City Sports Now. And in this hour, I mentioned in the previous segment, if you missed the SoCon, John Hooper joins me bottom of the hour. Want to talk some baseball, but to begin with, you heard that sports update. And Tennessee Titans quarterback Marcus Mariota. I mean, you heard Mike Vrabel talk about, well, there's a lot of positions and all that, but let's face facts. The success of the Titans, it's going to be, does Mariota become the quarterback that basically I thought he would be and everybody thought he would be coming out of Oregon? Because his stock was so high. And, you got Arthur Smith, new offensive coordinator. Of course, they changed the coaches from Mike Marky to Vrabel. I never really thought that, it was that big of a deal that, Marky was the coach. I never thought he should have gotten the axe. I know Vrabel had the reputation, young up-and-comer. Sounds a lot like Lane Kiffin, huh? Not that, no. Lane Kiffin and Mike Vrabel do not belong in the same boat. But other than when they were hired by their team in Tennessee, they were viewed as, well, we better get him because he's a young up-and-comer. And that sort of thing. Well, at one time, Marcus Mariota was as well. Here's the thing. I was thinking during the break and such, Mariota or Jarrett Guarantano. All these reports coming out right now that Jarrett Guarantano is the man, that he is going to take 2019 by storm. And I think that that comes into the traditional Tennessee media that has a lot of propaganda attached to it. I was going through, reading a News Sentinel this morning, saw one link to a story, Vols are building for championships, not just to win games. And I started scratching my chin, and I started thinking, okay, don't you think the Tulane Wave are doing the same thing? The Tulane Green Wave? Just to try to give you, I know they went to a bowl game last year, but I'm trying to think of a team that's known for losing. Why do you not think that the Indiana Hoosiers are trying to win a Big Ten championship, or Rutgers, or someone like that? Now, their chances aren't all that good. Don't get me wrong, but what have the chances been at Tennessee this last decade or so? And it just is a headline that has a real propaganda feel to it. And it's in the newspaper. It's not in, press release or, team newspaper. I remember I used to, you get the football magazine, the preseason magazines. And back then, and say, I don't know, Athlon, Street and Smith, whoever it was, you'd get ads for team publications. One was, I remember, Huskers Illustrated. And you'd get headlines in Huskers Illustrated like, Rededicated Huskers Rejuvenated for Challenge. Folks, that's propaganda. That's just the way it is. It's coming from a magazine. It's not coming from, FoxSports.com. It's not coming from, even the Omaha newspaper. I'm trying to think, is it something like World Herald or something? It's not coming from the Omaha newspaper. It's coming from Huskers Illustrated. I expect something like, Tennessee building for championships, not just to win games. What makes you think Kentucky isn't? In football, really? Well, I haven't done it in a long time. When was Tennessee done it? Why don't you think they're doing this in South Carolina? I'm trying to give you programs. What do you think the Missouri Tigers are just, we got Kelly Bryant to play quarterback for us this year so we can win games. No, not the SEC East title. No, we're not. They're going to be on probation. We finish first. Who cares? We're just going to win games, I mean, please. Of course, Vols got a receiver. I think they plucked him away from South Carolina, a 4-star for next year. That's always nice to see. But then again, with recruiting, I'm not even... We'll see what he does when he plays. I mean, that's the way that I look at these things. I mean, and if you really get all that excited, 5-star player and all this, wait till he plays. Derek Dooley never had a class ranked below 17th. Last I saw, a reporter came out and said that, I guess, the recruiting class coming up was 29th or something for Tennessee for next year. This past year, when they had to do some restructuring because when Butch Jones was fired, a lot of the recruits, Cade Mays, for instance, and all that, they, withdrew their commitments. They wanted to play for Butch Jones, and so then Jeremy Pruitt comes in, and I don't know who he is, He didn't give me the same promises, this sort of thing. Anyhow, I remember recruiting stock for Tennessee fell down to number 21. His first recruiting class did Pruitt's. Well, now this is the class that I guess, it'll be in its second year, they'll be the sophomores. And those are the players that the Vols are going to be designed to win championships, not just... it's just such a propaganda headline. It bothers me, It really does. I hate that. It's not good journalism. And it's just, total homerism, which you get a lot of. But I expected in, say, Huskers Illustrated. I don't even think a publication exists anymore. But it is probably online, or something. But with the Rivals and the 24/7s now, I don't think, that team newspaper, that you used to get, that's not quite what it once was. I expect that, though, from Huskers Illustrated. I expect more from the Knoxville News Sentinel. I really do. My opinion here. I'm Marky Billson, Tri-City Sports Now, but I also wanted to say, and just conclude the thought. You heard Matt Paul, you'll hear it again during the break. Mike Vrabel talking about, Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans' chances for the upcoming season. Here is a thought. Who do you think has the better chance to be the breakout performer, Jarrett Guarantano or Marcus Mariota? Boy, that's a tough one. Both have new offensive coordinators. Both have been... Something's missing here. Now, a lot of people look to the stats. Certainly, Mariota has thrown more interceptions. Of course, he's a higher caliber competition, too. But he's thrown more interceptions in his NFL career than Guarantano has in his SEC career. Let's not, we give you that. But how much also does it just seem like it's, dink and dunk with Guarantano? It just seems that way to me. Certainly when he tried to throw deeper against Florida, 2 of his passes were picked off. I keep getting the well, look at what he was doing under pressure. Where is it written that the Tennessee offensive line this year is going to A, have Trey Smith, B, be this, 7 blocks of granite? Where is it written that that's going to happen? So there's so many question marks there. Marcus Mariota, he's in the NFL. He's established. He'll play for many years. I think that he will make more money in his lifetime than Jarrett Guarantano will. It's already got a pretty good head start. Mariota's college career also, taking an Oregon national championship game, let's face facts, he'll always have a better college career. I don't care how much Guarantano improves this season. Come on. But would you go with Guarantano having a better 2019 or Mariota? Thing is, the quarterback's always in the spotlight. Thing is, I'm not sure. I think there's more potential for Mariota. Just a better player, come on, even if he's up against tougher competition. But yes, both the Titans and the Volunteers, I mean, you're always sink or swim with your quarterback. The Philadelphia Eagles, when Carson Wentz would go down, now they're going to sink or swim with Nick Foles, okay? They swam. They won the Super Bowl the one year. I mean, that's... And not really breaking any news there that a team, a football team, whatever it is, I don't care if it's the Tennessee Titans or Unaka High School, is going to sink or swim with its quarterback. Sure. But it just seems there's a little bit more emphasis this year than perhaps some other teams may have when we're talking about the signal caller of the Vols and the Titans. That's all we're saying here. All right. Monday. Monday is the day where we go back to work. For me, two-fisted cannot wait. Monday is the day where the Tri-Cities also loves it because 5 more days of Tri-Cities Sports Now coming up. Two fists can't wait. But Monday is also a manic Monday because Asian House is not open on Monday. They will open up tomorrow, right there in the Shops on West Market. Best Chinese or Japanese food you will find, and you get 10% off if you mention my name, Marky, Billson, to Tom and the crew. Check out their menu at goasianhouse.com, and also, they're right there between Johnson City and Jonesboro, on Market Street, 11E or 321 or whatever you want to call it, right off of Leisure Lane, the Shops in West Market. So plenty of opportunity to shop and then eat. They still have a bowling alley up there. And bowling with a belly full of not beer, as Elton John would say, but lo mein. I like it. I think it would be good. Better than belly full of hot dogs. Come on, which you usually at a bowling alley. Because right off of Leisure Lane. That's why I'm talking about that. Anyhow, you want to go there tomorrow, 10% off lunch or dinner. They open up at 11 a.m. Check them out, goasianhouse.com. Also, Wednesday's a big day in Irwin, Tennessee, where our studio is located, because right off of exit 37, Food City is going to be opening up a new store, 8 a.m. on Wednesday. They'll be open until midnight. My goodness, can you imagine how fresh the food is going to be there? You don't want to miss that. So that's worth coming in from out of town to go to. And yes, people jumping up and down and waiting two fists like they do for Tri-City Sports Now to come on, but they also are waiting for that for the new Food City at 8 a.m. I guarantee you there'll be people out the door.